Kevin again in his role as CEO.
CEO of P3iD, yeah.
P3iD, and apologies, I constantly get the name of his company wrong, so apologies for that, as always. So asking the question that we asked on the Twain side, what problems are your customers confronting in the capture space?
So I always say that capture is like a wonderful technology that's been around for 30 years. It's tried and true, been proven, delivering value to customers. But it's always been traditionally on-premise. Takes almost a rocket scientist to get the capture software set up and maintain it, and takes days to provision scanning systems. So deploying scanners quicker into cloud workflows is definitely a trend I see. And with the new technologies like Twain Direct and the scanner API systems from different manufacturers is definitely a great value to the market, because now these platforms allow quick scanner deployment and centralized management of the devices.
Mm-hmm.
It allows cloud connectivity to third-party cloud systems. It provides security, workflow. So I definitely see a trend towards network scanning plus cloud services.
Okay. And again, this isn't a traditional conference. You've got a bit of equipment here, and you've got ScanBot and MobileBot, and I guess that's what you're going to be talking to conference attendees about today and tomorrow.
Yes, we're very excited about our two new announcements. So we have ScanBot, which is a centralized scanner control system that's built with the manufacturer APIs plus Twain Direct. So it supports any scanner manufacturer out there under the sun. And what ScanBot is 100% web-based scanning. No local installation of a scanner driver, no installation of capture software. It's 100% web-based. So all you have to do is just go to a URL and then pick the scanner that you want to scan and press a button. And then it uploads the image from the scanner into the cloud service, and then you can send it to back-end systems, capture systems, workflow systems, storage systems. So we think that ScanBot is definitely the wave of the future, with 100% no software installation whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
The second announcement is MobileBot. So mobile capture, with the interface being the smartphone devices or the tablets, is definitely the future. Again, a lot of these new network scanners, they don't come with the big touch screens like they used to. They have little tiny screens. So to authenticate, preview the image is really important, and you can't do that on the touch screens. So definitely ScanBot plus MobileBot, we think that's the future of capture.
Okay. And then the easy question for me to ask, 18 to 24 months from now, I guess a little bit more of a less of a Twain emphasis and more of a software CEO emphasis. Where do you see the industry going?
So I think that capture for a long time has been a standalone process outside of the mainstream business software. So I definitely think that in the future, capture will be embedded in a line of business application. So maybe a scan button inside your QuickBooks or inside your Salesforce. I think the reality of that is going to happen, because now with all these tools, it's easy to embed capture into a business application. And no longer do people want a scan interface, a capture interface, and a line of business application. So why not just live in your business application and do all those things easily with just a scanner button? So I think embedding technology into business applications is definitely the future.
Okay, Kevin, we spoke about what 2-3 weeks ago, and one of the themes you mentioned was security,
Mm-hmm.
which I hadn't thought about really in the context of capture in the cloud and all of this. And as you're talking about mobile, especially mobile devices and scanning information that personally identifiable, then PII information, how crucial is security going forward, and how often is it overlooked, or is it overlooked?
It is overlooked, especially in our industry. Capture has traditionally been behind the firewall and not exposed to cloud services. So there's no such thing as you can't have an insecure cloud application.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be secure, and it can't be just a checkbox. So things like enterprise authentication to an Active Directory and LDAP, single sign-on. So authentication is really, really important for cloud services. Plus, you need to have encryption at rest, encryption in motion. You have to have secure networks, concepts like zero trust and perfect forward secrecy. All these things need to be applied to cloud capture, and it can't be overlooked. I think in our industry, we tend to just overlook it and not take it as seriously. But what's going to happen, my prediction, is that these IP-based devices, at some point, there will be a data breach.
I was going to ask you that. Do you see that happening?
Yes. And one of these devices will be responsible for that data breach. And God forbid that happens, and that could destroy a company, destroy a reputation. So the manufacturers have to take it seriously. People developing applications have to take it seriously. So that's why at P3iD, we have experts around enterprise authentication, encryption, and we're applying cybersecurity framework to traditional capture technologies.
And of course, people should not leave their passwords as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's probably a good idea. Maybe multi-factor authentication, biometric, yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Kevin.
Thanks, Brian.